There's a good one. You got the 81 Niners with Joe Montana going up against the 96 Packers at Lambeau. Let's see how Joe does when he's going up against another Hall of Fame quarterback. Eugene Robinson denies there, and the Niners will have the punt. Decade of going up against inferior competition in the NFC West, which is like guaranteeing 8 victories. But anytime they got to play a tough team, no more 30 and 40 point wins. Just ask the New York Giants level the Niners 3 times at the NFC Championship game. Nope. I take that back, 3 times in the playoffs. One title game where Joe got knocked out. Well, Joe got knocked out a lot by the New York Giants. I think they knocked him out twice. So, that's back when you could hit the quarterback. So much respect for Joe for partaking in those games, because quarterbacks don't get hit like that anymore. That's why their stats are so inflated. Now, we'll say it's not as great as everybody says, because when he goes up against great teams, everybody sees the rings. That's all fine and dandy. Never really played Doomsday with Roger. Played Terry Bradshaw once in the regular season. Caught the tail end of a lot of dynasties. Doomsday, Steel Curtain. Made his way through the cracks and pioneered 4 Super Bowls. Hey. I'm like a flat earther trying to go up against the Montana legacy. An easy conference. Never had to face Favre like Young did. Never had to face Aikman like Young did. Took advantage of where he was as far as, he caught the NFL at a perfect time. There was really a lull between dynasties. The toughest team he faced was the New York Giants, and they leveled him every time. He had that one victory. Parcells there, New York Giants had that one victory in the regular season when he hit Rice down the sideline, but came down to playoff time. 17-3, 49-3, 15-13. Couldn't get it done against a tough defense, which makes that NFC Championship game in 1988 against the McMahons very significant, because then you could always point to that. Montana fans can always point to that and say, well, look, they got, what about the Bears? Well, that was without Buddy Ryan. They only kept that together for 1 or 2 seasons. That 46 defense was not the 85-46 defense, and Walter Payton had already retired. So, that's what I'm saying. It's all debatable, dispute. Things are going to remain the way they are. Those 4 rings are going to stand. And so the weak teams that they had to face, the weak teams for over 10 years, beef up that record, put up a good defense on them. Yeah, I ain't gonna do nothing. See what they do here, 2nd and 10. Linville Elliott. Gain. See 3rd and 10, and then we'll look at Brett and shut it down. Dwight Clark in motion. Joe out. Can I get a face mask? All right. Well, it was going to be a 4th down incomplete. Joe gets the bailout. I'll forget to replay on that, but it's all right. Great ones take advantage of opportunities. And Joe took advantage of Super Bowl 23. Those Billups had that interception. Doesn't grab it, and then Montana comes back with a touchdown. Or was Lewis Billups told that he was not supposed to catch that pass? I don't know. Fred Quillen, the center. Chance scrambles, looks. Finds Dwight Clark in the middle of the field at the 50. So literally the middle of the field. And the Niners will operate out of 3rd and 7. Yeah, the closest, the toughest team they faced, they had a losing record against in the postseason. New York Giants, Parcells era. Manhandled those 49ers in playoffs. I mean, the close game with 91, but boy, I tell you, knocked Montana out. Man, knocked them out twice, 49-3, and then in the 15-13. I just love talking about it. Sometimes it's scientific football BS. Sometimes just carnal ground and pound football. Parcells era, New York Giants. Niners never had the Montana Walsh era Niners. I don't think ever had to face. There was no one in that conference that had also won a Super Bowl. Whereas you had the NFC East, Parcells, Joe Gibbs. They had both won Super Bowls, and they were in the same conference, which automatically makes the schedule a lot harder. So, much more respect there. Go to the second quarter. We'll pick it right back up here. 81 Niners versus the 96 Pack. And we get it right up right there. 15-year difference.